several sitting senators have campaigned for Maryland Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program on tonight. Let's get right down to it. According to the Washington Post, former President Barack Obama endorsed Democrat Angela Alsobrooks for Maryland's open Senate seat in a campaign, and Friday touting her record on crime and her commitment to protecting democracy, adding extra appeal to her campaign and highlighting the high stakes of her race with former Governor Larry Hogan, who is a MAGA Republican. Control of the Senate could come down to Maryland, Obama said in a 30-second ad. So vote for Angela Alsobrooks, the open Maryland seat vacated by retiring Senator Ben Cardin, a Democrat, is one of several races that may decide which party controls the Senate. Republicans are expected to take West Virginia's Senate seat after Joe Manchin II, an independent, declared he would not seek re-election, and the GOP needs to flip just one more Senate seat to take the majority. I'm not surprised that Manchin, who's a former Democrat, he always voted with Republicans anyway. You know, on every issue, he oppositionally came against his own party and then decided to declare himself an independent registered voter because he could not have control of the Democratic Party the way he wanted to. The race in deep blue Maryland, where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1, has been unexpectedly close, though Alsobrooks has gained an edge in recent polls. The Prince George's County executive leads Hogan by an 11 percentage points margin among likely voters in a Washington Post University of Maryland poll published last week. That advantage is sizable, and many analysts, including those at the Cook Political Report, view the race as a likely win for the Democrats. Don't bet on it. Come out and vote anyway. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't let these people tell you down in Maryland that the race is over. No, get out there and vote for Angela Alsobrooks to become the senator down in Maryland. This is how they try to keep black people from coming out to vote, by telling them, well, she's the favorite to win. That doesn't mean anything. Just because a newspaper says, well, so-and-so is the favorite to win, get out and vote anyway. I've been up and down to Maryland. I know what it's like down there. Show up and vote. Show up and show out. And as I said, I think I said not too long ago in one of my videos, at some point in time, the Republicans are going to have a decent candidate for the presidency. They're going to get it together. They're going to have to regroup. They're going to reorganize. And they're going to come up with a real good candidate. You can mark my words. It's going to be a black person. And that person will have awesome appeal. And for once, the Republicans are going to get it together. And they're going to get a decent candidate. It's going to be a black person that they're going to put forward. And you know what? I'm not opposed to voting for a Republican if ideologically they make sense. I don't vote party. I vote conscience. I'm an independent registered voter. That's who I am. An independent registered voter. And when they do present a candidate like that, they're going to put that black person at the head of the Republican Party, and they're going to run him, and that person's going to win. So don't think that the Republicans are not going to get it together. They're going to get tired of losing elections. They're going to get tired of being racist and bigoted and separatist, and they're going to come to their senses. Remember, you heard it first here on Tyrone Bowman Live. Let's get back to this article. So the Prince George's County executive leads Hogan by 11 percentage points among likely voters in a Washington Post University of Maryland poll published last week. That advantage is sizable, and many analysts, including those at the Cook Political Report, view the race as a likely win for the Democrat. But Hogan, who remains popular in the state, has managed come from behind victories in the past. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until the skinny man gets hungry. Now, that's the way I'm going to say it. A moderate with a reputation for growing from the middle, Hogan's challenge in the Senate bid has been convincing Maryland voters he would be an independent voice in Congress. He has said he intends to caucus with Republicans, and Alsobrooks and other Maryland Democrats have sized on that message in attack ads and campaign speeches. Well, you already know what he's going to do, so he's telling you. Hogan received Donald Trump's endorsement in June. What does that tell you? Trump campaigned for him. Trump endorsed him. You think I'm going to vote for him? I think not. There are many more important races up for grabs outside of the presidency. You got to look at the whole kit and caboodle. Look at the entire ticket. Senators are up for grabs. Legislators are up for grabs. Congressmen, congresswomen are up for grabs. Judges are up for grabs. Know who these judges are. Don't just vote for them. Look at their record. Look them up. Find out all the information you can find on these judges. Do they vote conservatively? 99% of the time? Are they law enforcement in favor every time? Do they lock up black people every time? Vote against them. Missouri governor, they just executed an innocent man. They executed him. They knew he was innocent. But the governor killed him anyway. And you know what? 50 years from now, they're like, oops, we made a mistake. Let's posthumously give him a pardon. He's dead, you idiot. When you kill somebody, you can't absolve them and pardon them from a crime that they didn't commit from beyond the grave. How are you going to pardon somebody from beyond the grave? People better start thinking about the decisions that they make before they make them. Get it right the first time. Make the right decision the first time. Adjudicate properly the first time. Charge them properly the first time. Make sure you got your facts together from the very beginning. Just like those 5 black police officers down in Memphis. 2 of them pled guilty and they became snitches, quote unquote, excuse me. They became informants and turned state's evidence. They became snitches and they snitched on their former partners, and the 3 of them were found guilty. Now they still have to face state charges. Did those 5 now ex-black police officers think that they were white? Did they think that they were going to be backed up by the white racist FOP down in Memphis? Did they think they were going to be a part of the all boys network? That they weren't going to make an example out of them? Now they are going to become the poster boys for injustice. And they're going to throw them into the same filthy, dirty jails where they sent a lot of innocent people. They don't get no kudos from me. I don't care if they were black cops. They were rotten. They outright murdered Tyree Nichols because one officer thought he was messing with his woman. So you killed him? Is this what it has come down to? Don't you know cops are alcoholics? They're adulterers, many of them. They're abusers. They terrorize their own families. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they break laws. They fabricate evidence all the time. And they come up and sit up in court with all the regalia on and under oath, and they lie. I'm a criminal justice major. I study this stuff for real. I'm not just sitting here in front of a camera. I know what I'm talking about. And many of you don't realize when you go to court, the decision has already been made to convict your son or your daughter long before you get there, because the judge and the district attorney and the cops and everybody, they already made the deal secretly behind closed doors. You're just a pawn. How in the world are 12 white people going to constitute a jury of the peers for somebody black? All white jury, white judge, white bailiffs, everybody's white. And you're going to tell me that's a jury of their peers? Well, he had a fair trial. He was judged by a jury of his peers. Then they always want the jury to be anonymous. So, Maryland, get out and do your job. Put the sister in the Senate seat. Hogan received Donald Trump's endorsement in June. Despite his long-time criticism of the former president, Hogan, who rejected the endorsement from Trump, has said he will not vote for either Trump or Kamala Harris in November. He's a liar. He's going to vote for Trump. That's called political posturing. He's saying it before the cameras. He's going right into that booth and he's going to vote for Donald Trump. Obama is only the latest and most prominent Democrat to back Alsobrooks in recent weeks. In mid-September, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton spoke at an Alsobrooks campaign event in Maryland. Alsobrooks highlighted the support by posting a photo of herself and Clinton on social media. During an annual barbecue hosted by the Alsobrooks family last week, which also served as a campaign fundraiser, Senator Raphael G. Warnock, the Democrat from Georgia, Senator Cory Booker, the Democrat from New Jersey, and Representative Jasmine Crockett, that's my girl. She'll stand up to anybody in Congress, a Democrat from Texas, showed up to praise Alsobrooks. Senator Elizabeth Warren, the Democrat from Massachusetts, hosted a phone bank for Alsobrooks that same day, while Senator Amy Colbert, Democrat from Minnesota, led canvassing to support her in Baltimore last week. We can't pass legislation without a majority, Booker said at the fundraiser, and the key to a Senate majority runs through Maryland. Hogan's campaign has focused heavily on meeting with voters in recent weeks. The Republicans' recent campaign stops have included festivals, parade services with local faith communities, and the picket line at the Port of Baltimore. He also joined notable Republicans to fundraiser over the last 2 months, including former House Speaker Paul D. Ryan, Republican from Wisconsin, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, Republican, Senator Marsha Blackburn, a representative from Tennessee, former Massachusetts Governor Charlie Barker, and Bill Wild, former Arizona Governor Doug Ducey, a Republican, and many other current and former GOP politicians. In the ad released Friday, Obama spoke directly to the camera from a sitting room, punctuating his message with a finger pointed at the viewer. Over footage that showed Alsobrooks speaking with people in a grocery store and seated around a wooden table. The former president cited crime statistics. Bowman Alsobrooks worked as a Prince George's County prosecutor. Obama told viewers that she will fight to the cost. In this election, you have a chance to send a leader to the Senate who will always put you first, Obama said. And Obama is set to go on a 27-state blitz across this country for Vice President Kamala Harris in campaigning. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. But for now, if you haven't subscribed to Tyrone Bowman Live, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? Appreciate it. Never surrender. Never quit.